Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to another Arc Garage video. Today we're gonna be installing the Android multimedia in 2007 Ford Focus. So essentially we're gonna go from this right here to this in only 45 minutes of work. Alright, so we got this multimedia from Eonon. Let's see what we got in the box. So this is gonna be our adapter for the review camera, and we actually got the review camera here. We got all of our cables. This is gonna be our CAN bus decoder. This is gonna be our main connector. This right here is gonna be the one for our backup camera, and this is gonna be again for our amplifier. So again, as I said, this is made especially for Ford Focus, so I don't think that we should have any problems connecting the steering wheel controls or anything like that. As I can see right here, all of the wires are connected. We're gonna plug it in and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So besides the stuff that you just saw, we got this antenna adapter. Again, this is a great thing since you will not have to buy any adapters for your antenna. Then we got the USB cables. We got even this tool for removing the original radio. So again, I gotta give a shout out to Eonon, man. They really made this thing properly. In this box you basically got all of the stuff that you will need to complete this job. Lastly, we got the head unit itself. Now here it is, and I think that this is gonna fit perfectly into the car. The screen is nice and big. You even got these controls on the sides. The good thing about it is that you don't have to use the touch screen to use some of the basic controls, and that's always a good thing. Now let's move on to installation. Alright, let's get started. I'm gonna use this radio removal tool that we got in the box with the head unit. So basically you gotta use this, you gotta place this flat part toward the outside. I'm just gonna pull the radio out. I'm gonna undo the antenna cable, and now we gotta undo this main connector here. To do that, I'm gonna pull this tab up, and I'm gonna pull this lever out, and that is basically it. Alright, so here's our new multimedia, and here is our wiring. Now while the head unit is out, I'm gonna connect some of these connectors just to make it a bit easier. I'm also gonna connect this one here. There it is. Next I'm gonna connect our connector for the factory antenna. I'm gonna connect all of these USB cables, which then I'm gonna guide later on to the glove box. Right, here's our second pair of USB cables. And lastly, we got the GPS antenna. So essentially what I'm gonna do here, I'm basically just gonna place it somewhere here under the dash. There's actually a good flat spot here. Alright, there it is. The connector for the antenna has to be screwed on here. Lastly, we are gonna connect this main connector from the car to this one here. Alright, there it is. And we gotta plug this main connector into the head unit. And we should be done. Okay, so we got our radio. Let's go to settings to see if our steering wheel control works. Alright, so here under the assembly we got the steering wheel learning. Let's see if so increase volume. Now I'm gonna decrease volume. I'm gonna hit mode button and I'm gonna select home icon here. Then I'm gonna hit seek button and I'm gonna hit this button here. I'm gonna hit it again, hit this one here, and that is basically it. I'm gonna hit and learn, and we are basically done. Now let's see if our steering wheel control work, and as you can see they work perfectly. So the one thing that I gotta say about this device, I've installed a lot of them and I've never had an easier job than to install this one. As you can see, everything works perfectly. The steering wheel control works. We got the CAN bus adapter with the head unit itself. We got all of the necessary stuff, like even those little keys to remove the original radio. We got the antenna adapter, and I'm gonna be honest here, as I said, I've done a lot of these installations and I've never had such a complete package as this one. And I'm gonna fit it in and I'm gonna finish up this little job. So the one thing that I will have to do, we'll have to file down this little edge here, and I'm gonna have to do the same thing on this left side. And there it is. So that is pretty much perfect. Now let's check out our end result. The new head unit really did modernize the interior of this Ford Focus. The screen is nice and bright, and as I'm going to show you in a bit, it is really responsive and fast. I also matched all of the buttons to illuminate the same green as it is in the car, and I gotta admit I am more than happy with the end result. Moving on to the backup camera install, you can see I marked the metal of the bumper. Now the installation is going to be very simple. I'm basically just going to screw in the camera on the bottom of the bumper. Then we got this long wire that needs to go from the front of the car to the back. The only two things you gotta do is connect this yellow connector, and then you gotta connect this red wire, which is gonna power up the camera. Now this is the connector that we got for the backup camera that we plugged in before, and I basically just soldered it onto the red wire from the long wire which runs from the front to the back. Lastly, I'm just gonna run this long wire under the door sill trim. Run the wire through this rubber seal here, and now all we gotta do is plug in the yellow and red connector. When it comes to these two black and red wires, you can basically just insulate them. Alright, and as you can see right here, I've tied everything with a zip ties. I use some heat shrink to protect those connectors from the weather, and you can see how everything runs to the inside of the car. Alright, now let's check out some of the devices, functions, and capabilities. Now this is going to be the home screen. You can see we got the map. Here we also got some of the shortcuts for the apps. One kind of interesting thing is that you got your mileage listed here. Above that we got the radio. Then again we got some of the shortcuts for the apps on the left side. Now on the top bar here we got again some of the buttons, like the one for the internet, Bluetooth, equalizer, screensaver, and stuff like that. Now up in the top left corner we got the icon for the home. We got the one for going back, and this is gonna be the icon for the open apps. If you want to close them, all you gotta do is slide them up. Now in the top right corner we got the clock. We got the icon for the mute, Bluetooth, internet, USBs, and things like that. Now the device on the outside is a bit different compared to some of the Android multimedias that I installed earlier. So we got the physical buttons and knobs. You can see we got the knobs on each side. We got two buttons on the top right corner. We got one button on the bottom right corner. Then we got the navigation button, menu button here, and right here we got two buttons for changing the song. So if I hit this button here, we can see all of the available apps. Everything is pretty much self-explanatory. The one that's interesting is the panel light color here, so you can basically select the color you want. And here the one that I find interesting is going to be the torque. You can use this app with in pair with OBD2 reader to scan the car, and instead of using your phone or the laptop, you can actually use this device. Now if I hit settings, so we got a couple of sections here. We're gonna start with the network. You can see we got the icon for the internet and for the hotspot. Then we got the device section. Here we got the apps, notifications, storage, display, sound, and navigation settings. I'm just gonna open a couple of them so you can see that we got some setup when it comes to the apps. Let's check out the storage. You can see that we are using currently 13 gigabytes, and we got 32 gigabytes in total. Here in display you can adjust the brightness level. You can also set up the power up logo, font size, and similar. Now in the sound, we got the default sound on the startup. We got the navigation, volume, mixing ratio, and so on. Now in the personal one, we can set up the date and time, language, and things like that. Now in the system, we got some of the basic stuff like reset, system update, system info. You can also access the factory settings, and you can check your accounts and passwords. Now in the assembly, this is going to help you set up the steering wheel learning as we saw earlier. You can also do the radio setup, driving assistance, camera settings, panel LED control, CAN bus settings. So as you can see right here, the device came with a CAN bus decoder, and you can see the setup that is currently running on. Let's check out this. So this is basically for turning on the illumination, and now you can see the panel light color, so we can adjust the color, the illumination color. I don't know how well can you see it. It's still daytime, but I always appreciate this because you can always use this lighting to match it to your car's illumination lighting, so this is always a great option to have. Now the device supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. All you gotta do is connect your phone to the device via the Bluetooth and it will connect automatically. You can see we got the music here, we got the Google Maps, you got your contacts, some of the basic apps and things like that. Now let me go over my overall experience with installation and let me give you my overall impression. Now I really never did the installation that was so easy as this particular device. So people at Eonon did such a great job. They pretty much thought of everything, so they prepare everything for you. I didn't have to cut any wires, I didn't have to connect anything. So all I did, as you saw, I basically just pulled out the old radio. I plugged in this new device with all of its accessories, and that was pretty much it. So I really do appreciate that, and I really think that this device is pretty much perfect for anyone who doesn't really have any experience when it comes to car electric. So everything was so easy that anybody can pretty much do it. When it comes to quality, the quality is decent. All of these knobs and things like that feel nice. The device itself is really fast. You can see how responsive it is. All of the colors and the brightness, everything is nice and vibrant, and it kind of gives the impression of a much more expensive device. Now to conclude this video, I gotta say that I really do recommend this device, primarily because it is so easy to install. So if you are thinking about getting this kind of device for your Ford Focus, I would definitely recommend it. Anyway, that would be all for this video. I hope you find it useful. If you did, hit that like button and support our channel by subscribing and by sharing our content with the rest of car enthusiasts.